Hello Trottiscliffe class, and welcome to your third English lesson on YouTube. Today we have already finished our newspaper article, so we are going to be moving on today and we are going to be planning our hot write. Now our hot write is our final piece of writing that we are going to be doing, and it is going to be based on the Maya myth, the Rain Player. However, you get to choose what you would like to base the book on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen for you. And what I would like you to do is write and the long date in your book or on your line piece of paper for me. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write the date and hot write into your book or on your line piece of paper. Okay, and then what I would like you to do is go into your English pack that you have got, and there should be a sheet in there that's got a planning sheet, and Wednesday the 10th of February is the date on it as well. Okay, so today, using the Rain Player, you are going to plan your own Maya myth. Using your knowledge of last week, what do we need to include? So what do you think we need to include in a Maya myth? I'm going to give you 30 seconds, whether you're at school talking with someone or you're at home, okay? I would like you to have 30 seconds to discuss what do you need in a Maya myth. Off you go. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. So you may have come up with some ideas that include gods. Gods are going to be essential to your Maya myth. Okay, the setting as well. We know that the Mayas originated from Central America or South America. Okay, and the fact that there are going to be, as we said, gods, perhaps sacrifices involved in your story as well. Okay, and just like the Rain Player, you may want to include about the game of Pocket. Okay, so your Maya myth will also need to include your introduction of your main character, your build up, your resolution and ending. Okay, so they are going to be your key structures for what you need when writing your Maya myth. Okay, and there are some ideas there for how you are going to structure this and what you are going to put into each section of your ancient Maya myth. Okay, on the PowerPoint, you have also got some key vocabulary. As you know, fronted adverbials make me really smile when I read them in your work. So I've put lots of lovely examples down there that you are welcome to magpie for your Maya myth. You've also got personality traits, okay, which might describe your main character, your setting descriptions, and your character description. Now, when you are writing this, you are going to be writing in third person, not first person. So you're not using I, you're not in second using we, you are in third person today. Okay, so you can talk about all the characters talking about their proper noun first of all. So Pip was, you can use a pronoun, his dark hair, for example. Okay, so what you are going to do is you are going to have a think about what is your character going to be. So their name, their gender and their age. And I have put some example Maya gods down here as well, because the next task is you need a god in your story. So what is your god going to be? It's going to be the god of corn, the god of moon, the god of forest, the god of light. And there's some example names on there as well. Okay, and you need to think of a problem. Okay, so for example, if you did the god of moon, is he threatening to take the moon away? If you did a god of corn, is he threatening a drought to stop the corn growing? Okay, it needs to relate your problem to your gods. On the next slide as well, I have put some example male Maya names and female Maya names, okay, and what they mean as well next to it. Okay, you can choose to use one of these. You might combine two of them together. It is up to you to come up with your name. Just remember that when you are using a name in your myth, you need to write it with a capital letter at the start because it is a proper noun. And then you need to think about the animals of South America. Okay, which animals are going to help your character? Just like in the Rain Player, where we had the jaguar, the quetzal, and the cenote, what animals are going to help? So I put down here some examples of animals that live in Central or South America. So we've got an anaconda snake, a fish, an Andean condor, a caiman crocodile, a golden dart frog, a jaguar, a capuchin monkey, and a beaded lizard as well. Okay, so there are examples of animals that you may want to use. If you know another animal or would like to research another animal, okay, that lives in this area, you can do that as well. It's entirely up to you. You can be as creative as you would like with this. Okay, you are then going to also think about your setting. Okay, now Central America is very different to Britain, especially at the moment. We know the climate is a lot hotter because it is nearer the equator, okay, which gives it a tropical climate. And I've got some examples of some pictures as well. Okay, some are from the Amazon rainforest, which is located in South America, and you have got some other images as well of jungles. Okay, what I would like you to do is you're going to now have 2 minutes to write down as many descriptive phrases as you can that you could use in your Maya myth. Okay, think about those figurative language techniques when you're doing it. You've got 2 minutes, off you go. Okay, think about similes, metaphors, personification, onomatopoeia. How are you going to describe this setting? Think about the fact that if you had not seen these pictures, you were just trying to describe to someone who had never seen these, how would you describe them? Think about ambitious vocabulary. Don't just put tool. What's a better word for that? Okay, if you're in class, perhaps ask Miss Reynolds if you can get a thesaurus as well to help you with this. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. If you do need extra time, just pause the video at this moment so you can finish off writing your sentences. Now, I know that as a class, we are really creative, and I'm sure you've come up with some really lovely descriptions for these pictures. Remember to leave this on your paper because you're going to use this within your plan as well. Okay, so now what I have done is I have put in a plan into your pack. You've got the opening, the build up, the climax, and the conclusion. And then I have written it out for how, if I was going to write the Rain Player, what my plan would look like. So it says the opening, the priest checks his charts and calendars and realizes that a drought is coming. He blows his conch shell to warn the villagers, not yet aware of the bad news. Pig is playing a pocket top. Pike is playing pocket top and wins confidently. So my story is going to be a little bit different to this. I'm going to think about the moon god, okay, and my character. I'm just going to use a name to pick for it. So I'm going to say, after a big celebration and religious ritual, everyone was in the local village when suddenly there was no moon. They looked around the stars, and they could no longer see the moon. Everyone started to panic. Some people thought that the moon had just disappeared temporarily. Others did not know where it had gone. Okay, the Mayas were worried then, and the village was worried because they knew that the moon controlled the tides. What would happen to the ocean if there was no moon? Okay, so that's going to be my introduction. Okay, the build up then says, when waiting to hear the New Year's prophecy, Pick insults Chak, the god of rain, by saying that if he was the Akimar, he would tell him to get to work. Heralds of Chak arrive, and Chak whisks Pick into the clouds. To get out of trouble, Pick accidentally challenges him to a pocket match. Okay, so I'm going to have, instead of that, whilst everyone is panicking within the local village, Pick insults exalt the god of the moon by saying that if he were the Akimar, he would tell him to put the moon back where it goes. Okay, then what happened was that I'm going to use the same one as here. Frogs came into the village, and the god whisked Pick into the clouds. Okay, to get out of trouble, Pick then challenges him to a pocket talk match. Okay, so I have used the rain player quite a lot in my example. You can change that. If you don't want them to do a pocket talk match, you can change that. Okay, if you want them to if you want another animal instead of frogs, again, you can change that. So remember to use this page here to help you with your decisions. What you are going to do is you are going to carry on writing, and they do need to be full sentences today to really help you plan this well. You're going to carry on writing up to your conclusion as well. Okay, use that model really well to help you. Okay, and I look forward to listening to your ideas. Not this afternoon, because this afternoon our history lesson is also going to be on YouTube, but on Friday when we do our live Zoom. Okay, and I know all of you will come up with lovely ideas. Don't forget to send me a picture of your plan as well. Okay, I look forward to seeing you all on Zoom on Friday. See you later.